Monsters don't scare me. I know their names. You ever hear footsteps in a silent room? Not from ghosts. From memories. I have. I know what it's like to lie awake, not because you're afraid of monsters, but because you remember them. And I'm not talking about creatures in the closet or shadows under the bed. I'm talking about real monsters. The ones that wear familiar faces. The ones that live inside your head. The ones that whisper your name in the dark. See, monsters don't scare me anymore. No. Because I know their names. And once you name them, they lose their power. The first monster I ever met looked like me. It didn't have horns or claws. It had my eyes, my voice, my silence. It told me I wasn't enough. That no matter how hard I fought, I'd never win. It said, "You're weak. You're worthless. You're wasting your time." And I believed it. For years, that monster was doubt. And doubt doesn't scream. It whispers. It waits until you're alone, until your strength is low, until your world cracks open. Then it slithers in. But I looked it in the face. I named it. And I realized it wasn't telling the truth. It was protecting me from trying, because trying meant failing, and failing meant pain. But here's the truth. You can't grow if you're hiding. You can't rise if you're safe. Doubt is just fear in disguise. And fear is a liar. And when I did, that monster got quieter, weaker and pathetic, till its voice wasn't louder than mine anymore. Some monsters don't speak. They scream. Pain is a monster that doesn't knock. It kicks the door open, and when it comes in, it stays. It drags its claws through your chest. It breaks you, slowly, deliberately. Pain doesn't care about your schedule. It doesn't care if you're tired, busy, hopeful. It just arrives, and it eats everything. I met this monster early, and I thought it was going to destroy me. It almost did. But something strange happened. When you sit with pain long enough, you stop being afraid of it. You start learning from it. Pain taught me how to rebuild. It taught me what strength really is. The ability to move while most people avoid pain. They numb it, hide from it, run from it. I stared it in the eyes. I called it by its name. And I wore it like armor. The past is a ghost that never sleeps. It lives behind every closed door. It hates in every mirror. It waits for quiet moments to remind you of what you lost, of who you were, of the things you can't change. The past is a monster that feeds on regret. It tells you you should have done more. You should have been better. You should have saved them. And it loops that message until it becomes your identity. But the truth is, the past is dead. It can't hurt you unless you give it permission. It has no power unless you give it your attention. You can't change it. You can only learn from it and let go. So I turned around, faced it, said, "I see you. I remember you, but you don't control me anymore." The past was a chapter, not the ending. Failure doesn't crawl, it falls. Hard. It's not a monster that creeps in. It slams the ground beneath your feet. It pulls the rug, and it laughs. And the first time it hit me, I stayed down, embarrassed, ashamed, broken. Because we're told that failure means you're not good enough. That failure is the opposite of success. That's why failure is the price of evolution. It's the proof that you were brave enough to try. It's the evidence of action, and it's the birthplace of growth. You don't fear failure when you stop taking it personally, when you realize every giant failed before they stood tall. Every legend fell before they rose. And I learned to fail forward, to take the hits, feel the sting, and rise smarter. Failure, that monster made it my ally. One of the deadliest monsters walks quietly. It doesn't bite, it infects. Embarrassing is you see someone else's life and think, do better, faster, stronger, happier. But what you see is the highlight reel, and what they show you, not the shadows behind the curtain. Comparison poisons your progress. It makes you forget your own battles. It makes you hate your own reflection. But I learned something. You can't become someone else. You can only become the best version of yourself. And no one can walk your path but you. So I stopped looking sideways. Stopped counting followers, likes, applause, because none of that matters when you're fighting demons they can't see. This one doesn't roar. It whispers. No one's coming. You're on your own. My way, you can try. Loneliness is cold, not because you're physically alone, but because you feel invisible. I've sat in rooms full of people and felt unseen. I've screamed into the void and heard no echo. That monster almost broke me. But here's what I realize. Being alone doesn't mean being weak. It means you've got space to grow. It means your circle is pure. It means you're not faking just to fit in. So I embraced it. I let the silence shape me. And in the quiet, I heard my true voice. I don't need a crowd to know my worth. I don't need validation to walk like a giant. I'm not lonely. I'm becoming. Anger burns. It's explosive. It gives you power, then takes everything back. This monster is seductive. It tells you, if you great rock, strike back, burn it all. If I did, I let it control me. I lost relationships. It was tough. I lost myself. But anger isn't evil. It's a signal, a flare from a wound that needs healing. You don't beat anger by bottling it up and turning it into fuel, not fire. So I sat with it, listened, and used it to build, not destroy.